PSG leading the break. Gomes looking for the overlap. Alba inside. It's Messi!
Outside, he'll plays it inside. Great tackle, but no, he's finished off by Xavi. It's a run from him, but it's Messi. It's Iniesta!
Hello community, welcome back to another Barcelona match review. Barcelona beats Real Madrid 1-0. Well, that was a good performance from Barcelona and a very different approach taken by Xavi, which is not really Barca style. But you know what? Fair props to him for him to adapt to this, because he really knew that this was the best solution for us considering the circumstances that we were in. And I guess you could kind of say maybe there was some mind games being played by Xavi coming into this match. Of course, there was one clip which I saw. I'm not sure if it's true or not. Let me know from you guys if it was true, that Xavi was saying that Real Madrid are the favourites to win in tonight's match, which I heard they were saying, he said it in the press conference, kind of like mind games or something. I don't know what was really going on, but a different approach taken by Xavi which helps us to win this match, even though it's not a very big lead. And of course, we can never ever count Real Madrid out of any match. So that's why I'm just not really that confident that, oh yeah, you know, we are through to the finals. No, absolutely not. Even though we have the match at Camp Nou and stuff, never be confident against Real Madrid, because they're just that beast, you know. But of course, we can appreciate the momentum that we got getting this win. Of course, we ourselves were not in really good momentum, really good in mentality and stuff. So this is a good momentum push. But yeah, let's discuss as to how Xavi and the squad managed to beat Real Madrid. Let's get into it. And let's begin with the starting 11. Ter Stegen in goal, our backline Balde, Alonso, Koundé and Araujo. Midfield 3, De Jong, Busquets, Kessié, and our front 3, Gavi on the left, Rafinha on the right, and Ferran Torres up top. So, few changes from the expected lineups that everybody thought. Christensen wasn't there. Alonso came in. Christensen suffered an ankle injury hours before the match, so unfortunately he could not start in this match. And same goes for Lewandowski. He has an injury, hamstring injury I think, and yeah, he of course could not start as well. But talking about that first half, and that first half was good defensively for Barcelona. The defensive wise, we did pretty good. Offensively, we could not provide anything much, to be honest. And in fact, we got dominated in possession by Real Madrid, which is usually doesn't happen for Barcelona, right? Barcelona try to dominate possession and have no effective output, right? But today we got dominated by them in possession, and fair play. I mean, of course, I guess it was the right approach to go defensive, because if you see in the starting 10 minutes, Real Madrid started to jump on us, get the pressing done, recover the ball, make us dispossessed, and then just go for the counter attacks. And they obviously are very great in this. So with the resources that we had and the players that we had, I think we wouldn't be anyways that good offensively wise, because we had seen against Man United, this was the same team that played against United, just a little bit difference that Roberto wasn't there. Against, of course, when we saw the match against United, this team, when it was going offensive wise, it wasn't really doing the best, you know, like we gave like a neck-to-neck tie against United, but we weren't providing effective output, you know. And it's because, of course, players like Pedri, Dembele, who are really creative in terms of playmaking and stuff, they weren't there in this match. And we don't have any other playmaker at all, which is a very big issue. Xavi has to do something about it, because really it's going to be a big issue. And of course, some players, you know, and some people, I meant, like for example, myself, I vouched for Frenkie de Jong being like the playmaker type of role, or being like a box-to-box player, because we had seen that under Koeman, where he flourished very well when he played in that positions, you know, box-to-box / playmaker. But yeah, I mean, Xavi doesn't really fancy that, and I kind of get in this match, like I do understand for this match why he did that, because he would provide defensive compactness, and we needed that in this match from every player. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why he really didn't go high up top and stuff. You know, you would see instances where he really didn't progress with the ball much, because of course if he does, then if he gets dispossessed, we would be in trouble. So providing that defensive compactness was a good decision. But, again, in terms of effective output, like in terms of offensive wise, we were kind of slacking. We were not doing the best. We were too much focused on defensive output and less than, of course, in attacking output. So it caused problems for Barcelona offensive wise, and Real Madrid were just coming at us, giving those crosses and stuff. But we were defensively compact, didn't allow them anything, and yeah, it just really went even between Barcelona and Real Madrid. But we do score in the first half around the 27th minute. It was Eder Militao's own goal. So what happens is Camavinga gets, of course, pressed by Gavi. Gavi then retains the ball, passes towards Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres gets a very good through ball to Kessié, who was inside the box. It was one-on-one against Kessié and Courtois. And yeah, Kessié shot it. It rebounded towards Kessié. Then Eder Militao had a touch on it. It was a too hard touch, and of course it went inside the goal. And it was 1-0 for Barcelona. So Eder Militao's own goal gives us the lead, and it was kind of luck, obviously. And I guess we needed that in this match because we really couldn't do anything much effective output. We couldn't have anything effective in terms of offensive wise. Because we had seen like Kessié really can't do that, and Ferran Torres was getting dispossessed a lot. That was another problem, that whenever Ferran Torres used to get the possession, he would get dispossessed. His role was kind of where Lewandowski would kind of flourish in it, even though technically he as well wouldn't do anything much better. But I think at least compared to Ferran, he would at least retain the ball a little bit much better. So it is what it is. We were getting dispossessed a lot, which was causing disruptions in our attacks. But we got the job done though. Defensive wise, we did the stuff, and yeah, just like that, first half ends, score being 1-0. Now let's talk about the second half. And actually, I just realized that I forgot to mention Vinicius got booked in the first half, which means he's going to miss the next game. That's absolutely brilliant because we already have one dangerous attacker out of the question, so it's going to be really good for Barcelona for second leg. And talking about the second half, it was pretty much the same story. Real Madrid were trying to come at us, giving those crosses inside towards Benzema and sometimes Modric outside the box, trying to give some loft balls, just to get Benzema somehow. And of course, Vinicius from the left-hand side doing his dribbles, his runs. But we were defensively compact, so we did not allow any problem whatsoever near the final third, and that was absolutely brilliant. Like, we kind of had a low block, you could say, something that you wouldn't expect from Barcelona. But hey, sometimes you have to do things that might be for the best, of the team. And while we didn't go for the possession play and stuff, we got the job done through this, by being defensively compact, making Madrid frustrated. You would see at times, Madrid had frustrations. Of course, they couldn't do any much shit. And they brought in substitutions as well, like Tchouaméni came on, Rodrigo came on, the clutch man, but even he couldn't do anything. And I think Alvaro also came on, a youngster, of course, of Real Madrid. We also had our subs on. We brought Ansu Fati on. We also bought, Sergio Roberto on. Yes, we bought Sergio Roberto on as well. So it was going good across, defensively wise for Barcelona, and really glad to see Xavi adapting such approaches, because it is important. Sometimes you have to go away from your philosophies and rules and do what's best for the team, and this was what was best. We had no player who had effective creativity. We have seen it multiple times. No player is doing that. De Jong might, he can do that, but of course Xavi doesn't fancy that. So we really couldn't do anything much offensively wise. We got a lucky goal. We had to stick on it, and we did indeed that. Of course, our defense was absolutely fantastic today. Araujo absolutely pocketing Vinicius. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. Araujo playing in the right back spot just to pocket Vinicius. It was absolutely brilliant, man. And another player who deserves big praises as well, especially considering his recent performances, Jules Koundé. He was absolute rock today. Like, of course, you heard in interviews and stuff where Kunde says, I don't really like to play as a right back. I want to play as a centre back. But for the team, for the coach, of course, I will play as a right back. And yes, he indeed played amazing as a centre back today. He was absolute rock today. And you do want your players to do that. You do want your players to act like that. He did amazing against Vinicius, Benzema, against everybody. He was absolutely brilliant today. Marcos Alonso as well, surprisingly, he did well as well. And I think having him in this game was very crucial because Real Madrid had almost 12 or 13 crosses and they couldn't do anything from either of them, which of course was because of Alonso's height. And it's not only his, of course, we have Araujo, Busquets and all, we have some tall players, some players who are good. And Alonso being there was of course a big factor as to why we did not concede that easily in a corner, because he gave us some stability. And defensive wise as well, not only corners, but defensively wise, he was brilliant. And same goes for Balde as well, very good defensively wise. Attacking wise, he was meh, to be honest. In terms of offensive wise, we really didn't have any good player. In all honesty, we did not have any good player. It was players' defensive contributions that were amazing, like Gavi's work rate to recover the ball, absolutely brilliant. Same goes for Frenkie, same goes for Busquets. They recovered the ball well and tried to progress with it, but of course we could not progress really well. So yeah, we just tried to have control in this match. We tried making, of course, Madrid frustrated. And yeah, that really worked out. We ended the game score being 1-0. Thank you so much for watching, of course, this review, and really excited. I'm quite excited for the second leg. I was about to say I'm nervous, but I'm a little bit more optimistic after this result. Of course, like I said, I never underestimate Madrid, and they will of course come back strong next leg. Although they're going to have a very big player missing this game, Vinicius. So it'll be quite interesting as to how Xavi is going to, how Ancelotti is going to approach this match. But yeah, we're going to have our key players back, Pedri, Dembele, Lewandowski, Christensen as well. We're going to hopefully have them back for the second leg. So that's going to be very, very crucial for us. And yeah, with just that, I'll sign out. For Sabasa, peace.